Vicpothesis. So I did a talk on this earlier, but it didn't come out. I guess I rambled on too long, so they wouldn't let me post it. So let's try again on the short, abbreviated version, hopefully. Okay, this is all pertaining to the talk in the Oval Office of the White House, wherever this meeting took place at, with Zelensky and Trump. So, one, I heard something today saying about it was because of the dress, the way he dressed. Well, I might disagree, because if you look when he gave his first address from his desk, there was a kid running around. There was another dude in there with a hat on, baseball cap, not a hat. Not a military. And I would hope, and I wouldn't think they'd wear it indoors. So, one. Two, you make a deal with dude, whoever made the deal with him, whenever it was, then that was the deal. And you can't go back and try to change it. And then, Three, if you try to hold him up and berate him and stuff, all that stuff should have been done behind the doors, and then argued and fought, whatever. You and your boys could have, intimidated him or not. Maybe you couldn't, and that's what the problem was, right? But to say he doesn't have any cards, he has all the cards. Because if he folds his hand and Putin takes over, and then it's all his, and you think he's going to share it with anybody? Hades, no. That's one option. Second option is that he submits and rolls over like a dog, and we pat him on his belly and shit like that. That's not going to happen. And besides, he might piss on our arm while you were patting his belly. And the third thing is maybe Europe's going to help him. And then they're like, what, we'll take a piece of something, but, rather than just take money and shuffle it around and we'll put it into our infrastructure. We'll build a European rail. We'll improve on all that. We'll do whatever maintenance it needs to it. We'll make sure everybody in Europe has a decent health coverage. And then that's your commitment for paying us back for what we're doing for you to resolve this issue. And then, of course, they can just go in there. The Ukrainians just always, I don't know if they could, but I'm saying it's a potential option. They can just go and just defeat them, and but that's a more protracted thing. So the point is, you can't just, say that you have all the cards. Yeah, you have no cards. Yeah, you always have cards. It's not you never have cards. It's just, it's like the Grateful Dead said, Sometimes your cards ain't worth a damn unless you lay them down. So, and you're not gonna get a dude like this to just roll over. He's been fighting. That's his uniform, so to speak. Hey, I bet our guy would love to wear some sort of uniform. Not that uniform, but some sort of uniform that, maybe probably just a sash, I would think. I bet he would like a sash. What do you think? And maybe a belt. Do you think he's a sword or a gun guy? You see, what would he wear? Oh, would he do both? Saber? And, come on, peoples. And this is just still another distraction from what's going on in the Middle East. So, for all the religious people out there. But that's another story. So, the clothes inappropriate, I would have gave it to him until what happened prior to that. And it was totally good. And the strong arm tactics, come on. It's not the way you do it. You do it behind closed doors. Parading somebody out and doing that does nothing for you. It only benefits the other people that you say that you're against. And that other person is playing a game of chess, well, you're playing a game of checkers. I can tell you that right now. Because Don't you think they know those little tactics you have? And when you get rid of all the top level government people to help you out, then there's an issue, because then you start developing a lack of experience to his what he's going to do, or anybody's going to do for that matter. Sean Jinping, whatever the dude's name is not who's the head of China, or the dude in South Korea, or wherever. Just pick somebody, whoever you want to pick. So it doesn't make a difference. Just pick a country and go with it. It doesn't, and AI is not going to figure that out. It's not coming to that with Mr. Starlink, Mr. Neurotransmitter, and all that. It's not. No. You're just demise so that you can have money to spend on your stuff, And besides, I think he didn't have enough mother's love. I think that, that's really hurting him and bothering him. So let's all think about that and pray for him that he feels that somehow, which he never can, no matter how many women they're with. They can't feel that mother's love. But they keep trying, but that's okay. So now they bring that garbage, emotional garbage, into these meetings, because that's the way it manifests itself, and they try to, dictate to these people because they're mad at whatever they're mad at that moment in time. And this other dude is like, what? I came here, hat in hand, and that means I had something to offer, And whatever deal they made behind the scenes, they weren't happy with, or they didn't try to do a deal behind the scenes. They tried to do it on national TV. Come on, dude. The internet, wherever. So that's my take on that, and I hope that everybody's well and know the Creator's great. Vicpothesis signing off.